What's up, YouTube, fellow preppers? Army Vet Florida Prepper here. We're going to be talking medical kits. So go out to Walmart, buy yourself one of these, and call it quits. I'm just kidding. Let's get into what I carry. What's up, YouTube? Army Vet Florida Prepper here. So I hopped in my wife's truck. She took my Challenger up to Jacksonville. She just left out, and I had to go run to the store to get some things for the week. So I figured, why not go ahead and start my video? Well, today I'm going to talk about my EDC, which is, for you new preppers out there, stands for Everyday Carry medical kit. And I said I was going to put out a video on my medical kit, and I figured now is all the best time to start it. I keep in my medical kit everything from being able to take care of a scrape, to a loss of limb, to a collapsed lung, to a gash on the forehead. It's just something I've always carried with me, and I take it from vehicle to vehicle. I keep it in my bike. Whenever I get on my bike, I take it in my Challenger, I take it in the truck, I take it in my semi-truck. Goes with me everywhere. It's a little bit more than just a little Johnson & Johnson medical kit that you get from Walmart, and there's a lot of things in there that I know how to use that maybe you as a follower may not. I do have medical background with the military. I was TC3, Tactical Combat Casualty Care certified. I could also teach the class. I was also CLS, which was before TC3, which was Combat Lifesaver certified. I also could teach the class. And I was in the fire department for 2 years, fire department EMT. And I do currently work at a racetrack. I fill in for the normal medics whenever they're not available as the track medic and safety coordinator. So I do have a little bit more of a background than just your average Joe when it comes to medical, so I do have some things in there that wouldn't be recommended for somebody that doesn't have the medical training for it. But we'll go through that in a little bit more depth about what I carry versus what the average person will carry. Hold on, I gotta make a turn here. But yeah, so stay tuned and we'll get right into everything. All right, fellow preppers. So we're back here at my house. I was going to shoot this video outside with the nice back scenery, but the rain's just been on and off and all over the place, so I can't really count on that. So we're just going to deal with a little bit of echo that I have in my house. So what I have right here is my EDC Everyday Carry Medical Pack. Like I said, this was used to carry night visions in the military. It has this nice clip back here that you can put around your belt. It has a retention strap that you can put around your thigh. And like I said, it's a really good thing to have to keep a lot of stuff in, whether it's for medical or anything like that. So let's go ahead and break this open, and we'll take a look at everything that I have in there. All right, so just from the get-go, you can see this thing is just chock full of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side. I'm going to lay out everything in front of it. So to start off with is I got some glow sticks, which are really good to have. These ones right here are typical camping ones. They're 12-hour glow sticks. They're good to have, especially if you're on the side of the road dealing with something, or at night or whatever, and you just don't happen to have a flash on you. This is just a good backup. Definitely, glow sticks are definitely not the best thing to have for prepping because they're one-time use. But I also have right here a little Gerber flashlight. So I have that for lighting too. As always, every prepper should always keep 550 cord. This is actually mil-spec 550 cord. So it handles 550 pounds and then 250 pounds of tension, standard mil-spec 550 cord. I have right here, this is a pretty cool thing I ordered off of Amazon. It's a splint. It's got aluminum down the center, and you can fold it and mold it however you need to put it around a broken bone, compound fracture, it doesn't matter. You could splint up with this in just many different ways. So we'll start right there. And then also, as always, I have a combat tourniquet right here, or what we call a CAT, combat action tourniquet, and it has a spot to be able to ride on the top there. And it's just a basic tourniquet, comes apart, put it around, it's got the twist and everything on there. It's a really good thing to have always with you. It can save a lot of life with that. We have tweezers, always a good thing to have. Got it picked out a splinter or shards of glass, really good thing to have. And we have medical tape. Always good to have medical tape. This one's probably about ready to be replaced out just for being in the different vehicles, the heat and stuff like that, but it will still work. Maybe not the best sterile thing, but it will work. Right here, I purchased this at a convention that I went to. It is a really cool device. I'm not going to open it because it's sealed. It is a rescue mask, basically. It's a one-way valve, so that way if you did have to do mouth-to-mouth, you could do it and put the seals around the mouth of the victim, and you just breathe through with a one-way valve so they can't cough back up into your mouth or anything like that. Really good thing to have. You have a seatbelt cutter. Really good to have, especially if someone's trapped in a vehicle or something like that. You roll up on an accident. An ace bandage. Another really good thing to always have. It's very multi-use. It can be used as a tourniquet along with a 550 cord, but you gotta be careful because it's really thin. So like something like this could be used as a tourniquet, you know, wrap a sprain, bandages, however you need to use it. Once again, a lot of stuff has multi-use whenever it comes to using it. Have a set of trauma shears. So when I was a firefighter, we didn't go anywhere without these. It cuts through most thin metals, any kind of clothing, leather, it doesn't matter. Trauma shears is a great thing to invest in. You should always have them. Definitely make sure you have that way of cutting. It cuts seatbelts too, so if you don't have a seatbelt cutter. All right, so this next item, it's really hard for me to pronounce. It's been ever since I've been through CLS back in the day, even going in the fire department, but the nasopharyngeal airway tube. Yeah, go ahead and destroy me in the comments on that one. But this is a good thing to have. I have two of them in here. They're both been sterilized recently. One of them hasn't even been opened. This one's been sterilized, but I do have means of sterilizing it if need be. So it's once again, this is kind of getting on the level of, you got to know how to insert this. So it's a good way if the airway is blocked and stuff like this, you can insert it down the nostril and it allows to open up the airway. But once again, this is one of those items that if you're not trained on it, it probably does you no use to have it. So you can take that space and put it with anything else, regular Band-Aids and stuff like that. Maybe, some more glow sticks or more Band-Aids and maybe another ace bandage. And then right here, which a lot of people know as the Israeli bandage, or it's a trauma wound dressing, depending on how you look at it. You can pick these up at most medical supply places, as you see right there. We know them as the Israeli bandage in the military. It's great. It comes with a trauma pad on it, and then it has the clip up on top to where you can actually pull it really tight to be able to stop really bad bleeding. And then it secures down really good. Can also be used as a tourniquet. I keep an ice pack. You never know when you might need that. Someone gets a really bad head injury. Now these you have to be very careful with when they're in the bag. They get tossed around. They can crack open. They can wind up activating. So always want to check on these with the date, and you also want to check to make sure it hasn't been activated. You should be able to feel in the center right here on most of these. So you'll feel all the activating agents around it, like the little pebbles. And in the center, there's going to be like a liquid pouch. And if that hasn't been ruptured, then you're good to go. Then we just have some more long roll wound dressing, non-stick style, so that way it doesn't get stuck in the wound and stuff like that. But that's a good thing to have on you all the time. Good amount of that. Running out of space up here. And then here's another item I love to have, but once again, if you're not trained in this, it doesn't really warrant having one. This is a needle, chest decompression needle. This is used for a collapsed lung. It goes into the chest to relieve the air pressure that builds up inside of an open wound on the chest. So that way they can begin to breathe again. But once again, this is something that you should be trained in before attempting. Can you carry it? Yes, maybe somebody will know how to use it, but get yourself formalized training on this. You can do ALS courses that can get you trained on this, even if you don't want to be a paramedic or anything like that. But once again, this is another item that makes sure you know how to use it properly before you actually wind up damaging a victim's lungs even more. So you can't just go sticking a needle in anywhere. So that's just another item that I have that's on the list of make sure you're trained proficiently in that. Then here's another great thing to have. These are called combat quick clot gauze. Say that 5 times fast. Combat quick clot gauze. So basically what this is, it's got a specialized chemical on there that if you have a bullet wound or a deep gash and you have severed veins and arteries, you stick this down in there and this will adhere to the open wound on the inside and essentially stop the bleeding as long as you pack the wound really well. Does require a little bit of training to be able to know how to do this. You can watch videos on it. Once again, you could also take courses on how to do this kind of stuff. It's really good to do. This is taught a lot in the military. But this is one of those things that if you're inserting this, it's going to take a surgeon to be able to get it out, because once it adheres to whatever it is that's damaged, it pretty much hardens and it's there to stay. So keep that in mind when using that. If you pull up on a car accident, it's no big deal. In a SHTF type scenario, it's something to really think of, because if you don't get this out and reattach all the arteries and everything like that, whatever's below this, you're probably going to lose it. So something to keep in mind with that, but it's a really good item to have. Really good item to have. Then this right here, this is nothing medical, but this is a dry pack. So this keeps all the moisture out of this pack, so that way I don't have to worry about things getting damaged. That's the reason why there's no rust on anything. Keeps it really good. You can get these anywhere. I mean, my wife used to work in retail, so I used to get tons of these. So, but good thing to have inside the medical pack to keep it dry, so that way if you're not building up moisture. And then we just have some more all-purpose gauze right here. You know, a lot of people keep Band-Aids and stuff in there. I have these in these individual little packages, and this is Johnson & Johnson. I know I was making fun of them earlier, but they do make a lot of good products like this, some more of the advanced stuff that you can do. So you keep these. I don't keep Band-Aids in here so much because they normally go bad from the heat. So keep this, got yourself some medical tape, even a little wound you can dress up and good to go. Oh, another glow stick there. Never have too many. And here's just another triple layer non-stick pad that you can use. Once again, you use it for just regular dressing. It's made by Johnson & Johnson. I bought these little baggies right here. You can get them on Amazon all day long. Keeps them sealed, all that stuff, so they don't go bad. I know this stuff seems a little discolored. It's been in here for a while. Getting ready to replace all this. Even though there's really no expiration date on it, as long as the package is not damaged, it should be okay, good to go and sterile. So, but yeah, always good to have more than enough whenever it comes to being able to dress up a wound. You never know. And then for all those SHTF people out there that really want to get hardcore with it, oh, look at that, another glow stick. Never have too many glow sticks. This right here, this right here, a lot of people know from you Army, Marine, Navy. I think everybody uses it in the military. These are reactive skin wipes. They're for decontamination. It's a lotion type base. It's used for whenever you get into the CBRN, chemical, radiological, nuclear, and biological type stuff. So this will, works really good with something like that. So say if you're in SHTF and something happens, or I keep these because if, say there's an accident involving a car I roll up on or something like that, or I'm out with my buddies and we get in a wreck or whatever and you crash into a truck or something like that that's carrying something radioactive, something like this would be really good to have on hand. You can pick these up in most like medical supply places. It won't look like this per se. This is military issue stuff. We were given these by the ton load when we were in the military, when I was deployed in Afghanistan and when I was in South Korea. So I wind up with more than my share of this stuff, and they never asked for it back. So that's like a little cool little extra thing to have. So finishing up here, we have a pack of 4 of the medical gloves. That's 4 pairs of medical gloves. They good to have to keep blood and stuff off of you when dealing with it. You want 4 different sets. That way you can double up if you need to, if you're dealing with shards of glass and stuff like that, or if you have multiple people helping you. Another good thing to have here. So start to fill up over here. I'm going to place these over here. And then final, last but not least, is a spray bottle of hydrogen peroxide. Great for treatment of minor cuts and everything like that. Antiseptic. It's good for sterilizing wound area and stuff like that. And normally I have a matching alcohol bottle to go with this, but it recently sprung a leak, so I got to get another one. So that would be something I have to add to it. So that and all is my kit right there, and that's everything that I put inside of this bag right here, and I carry it with me everywhere. So that's everything back inside here. As you can see, all that fits in here. So this is a great thing to use. These night vision bags from the military, you can get them at surplus stores. They're just great. You can throw this on your belt and tie it around your leg so it doesn't flop around. You can put it on your pistol belt. You can put it on your kit, your loadout. You can throw it in any vehicle. You can put it on a 4-wheeler. You can put it anywhere. And then you throw this inside of weatherproof bag, and it's 100% weatherproof, but everything's pretty much individually wrapped anyway, so it should be good to go, except for a couple of different things. But yeah, so everything fits back in there. But real quick, it's kind of like a bonus clip. Me and my wife, we do also stockpile a lot of these. You can get them at your different retail stores for about roughly $10. They work out really good. As you can see all the stuff that's in there. I'm not going to go ahead and open it up. It's never been opened, so I try to keep these sealed. And you can throw these in all your different vehicles and your different rooms in your house. Work out really good. And then for the house and or on the boat or in your car, four-wheeler, whatever, the little bit more advanced kit, we've kind of switched some things out in here to add in things that might work better for us. So we have Benadryl in there for allergic reaction, and triple antibiotic, and some itch cream, some acid reflux, and then all the basic other stuff is in here that comes in most of these basic kits. So if you're not in the advanced side of it, being able to put together a kit like this and know how to use all the different advanced medical stuff, don't fret, get yourself one of these. Just having these things around is great just to have in SHTF, you know, in natural disaster or anything. So yeah, get yourself some medical kits. These are great bartering for you SHTF guys out there. I think the world's gonna come to an end. These are great to barter with because a lot of people don't stockpile enough medical. So you can stockpile these like crazy to be able to barter out. But yep, that's the different medical kits in a nutshell right there. And I'd say this is more of your advanced type medical kit where you build it yourself and you know what you're looking for. And this is more your home kit, a little bit more, has a little bit more stuff in it you could add to and take away on these ones. And then this is just a great throwaway kit to have in everywhere all over the place. So I figured we'd end up the video real quick outside. It's a little windy, but now it's beautiful outside. So those are the different medical kits. Get yourself medical training. If you don't have any, just start off with CPR. You can take CPR class anywhere, and a lot of times it don't cost much. And from there, maybe look at some BLS, basic life-saving courses. And then maybe potentially if you got the money and the time, go ahead and hit you up some advanced life-saving courses. They will do you wonders in any kind of scenario, because whether it's a hurricane or it's the end of the world, it doesn't matter. Being able to take care of yourself and you're the ones in your group and people around you is big. It's huge. So get yourself a good medical kit, build it, buy it, however you look at it, swap out, add new things, figure out what works for you, and add that to your prepping, and stay on top of it. Switch out when you need to on things if they go bad and things like that, and keep on top of it. And always keep stuff with you. So that's my video today. I just want to throw that out because I said I'd be talking about what my medical kit looked like, and that's not my tactical kit. I have a tactical kit that goes on my pistol belt. That's a little bit smaller. That just has the basic type of combat stuff. So with that being said, y'all stay prepping out there. Y'all stay safe. This is Army Vet Florida Prepper out. Treat everything from a gunshot wound to a loss of limb to a tension through whatever that. Yeah.